Hello again, Standard 2. Today we're going to be looking at an even smaller measurement, and that one is called millimeter. So let me write it here. Millimeter. Okay, and just like centimeters, we don't write out the entire word when we're measuring. We write M, which stands for millimeter. So this is how we represent it. Now we're going to find out what a millimeter is. As you can see, I have my centimeter ruler here, and I'm going to show you what a millimeter is on this same ruler. I know some of you have rulers that has millimeter on it, and some of you don't. Either way, you're going to be able to understand. So I have my magnifying glass here, and I'm going to try to get it to show a little bit bigger. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mark 1 millimeter, one single millimeter here on this. From there to there, this little, that is 1 millimeter. So the tiny little lines on the ruler represents millimeters, represents 1 millimeter. Okay, so that's how small a millimeter is. And what do we use millimeters to measure? We use millimeters to measure the width of things, so really small things. So I have my math book here, and I'm going to demonstrate what millimeters are usually used for. So we still use centimeters, and we go up. It's 2 centimeters, but in millimeters it's going to be a lot more millimeter. So millimeters are used to measure the width. Like, how thick is this book? What is the width of this book? What is the width of this book? This book is thinner. So sometimes when you're measuring, it's not even one centimeter. Like, let's look at this. If I set this exactly here, it's not even 1 centimeter. Let me hold it up a little bit better here. So, okay, starting from 0, and as you can see, it's not even 1 centimeter. It's not even 1. So when things are small and thin like this, this is what we use to measure. This is what we use millimeters to measure. So I'm going to get a different ruler so that we are able to see it a little bit better. So, okay. Go ahead and set it in place. You can see, we see where 1 centimeter is. It's not even 1 centimeter. If I was to count that, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 millimeters. So when it's less than a meter, when it's less than a centimeter, we use millimeter, and that would be like 7 millimeters. So we use millimeters for small, tiny objects. As you can see, that is 1 millimeter. Now we want to go ahead and focus on measuring something that is tiny, 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 and see how much millimeters it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw a little tiny line right here, and then we're going to measure that with our ruler. Okay, just let me close that marker. Let's go ahead and measure this item. So I'm going to make sure it's lined up, and we know we lined it up with a little mark so that we know where it starts. Ooh. Okay, As you can see, it is a little bit more challenging to work with millimeters. It's a little bit more challenging to work with millimeters because it's so tiny. Now, I marked it. So let's take a better look at this. Making sure it's exactly at 0. And as you can see, it's 1, 2, 3, and a little bit less than 3 millimeters. Let me mark that for you. From here to here is 1. This is 2. This is 3. 3 stops right there, and you can see it's less than 3. And it's still less than 3, but it doesn't reach 4. Still more than 3, but it doesn't reach 4. So this, when we write this little measurement, we would write about 4 millimeter. The same rule applies when we're measuring with centimeter. If it passes the last number, it goes on to the other one. So that's about 4 centimeter. So I'm going to draw another line here, and we're going to measure that little dot, and let's see how much millimeters it is. Okay, so first things first, draw my starting point, and it's about here. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this one out. All right, so it starts at 0, and you can see it ends at 1, 2. Let me count it for you using a pen so that we can see everything. So from here to here is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one, the tip, the end of it reaches exactly 4 millimeter. So we are not going to write about. We're just going to write 4 millimeter because it's the exact measurement. This one isn't, so we write about 4 millimeter. This one is, so we write 4 millimeter. Now, how many millimeters makes a centimeter? So that's what we're going to be looking at today. I also want to show you a picture of how the millimeter looks. If you can see it, the centimeter is bigger than a millimeter, but how bigger is it? How many times bigger is the centimeter than a millimeter? So that's what we're going to be doing today. We won't be measuring or making stuff with millimeters because they're a little bit challenging. If you would like to practice it on your own and find little things, draw little dots on your papers and see if you can do it, that's fine. But we're going to be working with conversion today. It's really easy. Trust me when I say it is. You're definitely able to learn it. No need to be afraid. So let's find out how many millimeters make 1 centimeter. If I scroll up, you can see that this line already has 1 centimeter measured for us. So that means 1 centimeter ends here. And I'm going to be counting with you how many millimeters make 1 centimeter. So that's 1. From here to here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you want, you can take your ruler, count it, and you will see that there are 10 little lines just before 1. And if we move on here, another centimeter ends here. Then we can go ahead and count each of these again. We will get 10 again. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, each space in between has 10 millimeters. When it reaches 10 millimeters, since it reaches here, it becomes 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter. So that's how it is. So I'm going to write over here 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeters. So what if I have something like this? How much is 20 millimeter in centimeters? Well, if 10